Hi, welcome everybody, it's Mike Newton down here at Live Golf. Got another swing tip time for you here in this video, and we're going to look at controlling your legs during the backswing. Okay, so obviously we don't want to see too much action with the legs, thinking of the swing working from ground upwards, especially in this backswing here. We're trying to keep these legs in quite a solid sort of position to resist your bottom half, to let your upper half make that turn. Now, obviously there's going to be some form of movement, but what I see with many golfers is the legs get sort of a bit buckled, a bit twisted. The right one really snaps out straight, left one fires forward, and there's just basically too much happening in the bottom half. So this little drill, using a certain item, is going to really help to try and give you a feeling of controlling the legs, maybe minimising the movement a little bit more, which will probably the upper half make that turn. And if you're an overswing of the club as well, in terms of going a little bit too far, then this will also help with that aspect in terms of just trying to restrict that length of swing. We've got a certain prop we're going to use to help us to control these legs. And there it is. A football, that's all we're going to need. Okay, so we're going to put this ball between our knees and then make some backswings. I'm going to show you how to do that now, and this will help us control these legs. Okay, so what we're going to do to start with is basically just place the football between your knees like this, and probably do this without a club to start with. Obviously make your golf setup position here with the hands sort of down there. And what I want you to do first, just make some backswing movements. Okay, now obviously the object here is to keep the ball wedged between your knees. Okay, so with you focusing on keeping your legs a lot quieter, because obviously if we get into this position and we do quite a big movement with the legs, you can see the football just completely rolls out from between the legs. So by placing it between the knees like that, and obviously your focus on keeping this ball in that sort of position, you can make this backswing here, and you'll feel a very quiet sort of bottom half here. And it's still going to move a little bit, because obviously we're going to have some form of hip rotation, but with the focus of keeping the ball there, you can make that turn and just control the legs, that foundation, a little bit better. So once you've done that without the club, let's do the same again. Football between the knees, put the club in your hands this time, and again we're just going to make some back swings to the top, okay, and then just feel that the club comes through. Now obviously you're not going to be able to make a full finish position here, because the legs will get closer together, and obviously the ball's stopping us from doing this. So this is purely backswing help here, but you could sort of work it up to the top there, feel that solid of the legs, and then just swing it down slowly. So moving that on again, using a golf ball, okay, we can just sort of, again, position it between our knees, and probably just with a wedge or something like that. We don't want to be hitting any real big full shots here, but with a wedge you could just start to hit a couple of shots and just play some like small chippy shots out there. So get yourself in a comfortable sort of setup, obviously football between the knees, smooth on the backswing, keep the football there, and just chip it away. As I say, you can't make that full committal follow-through position because of the football there, okay, but what you could do, another way of doing this maybe, is again football between the knees, get to the top of the backswing, just let the football release and strike through, and that way you could make your finish position. Okay, so there's a couple of ways you could use that drill there, that football, but I think it gives a really good feeling. I've had some good success with this with pupils here at the academy, and it gives you a really good feeling of just controlling the legs and just stopping them from sort of doing too much this way. As you can see that, the right leg generally bolts out straight, left leg shoots forward. When you do that from this angle, you can see it affects your weight position, and all sorts of different things can sort of happen, of ultimately controlling your strike, and shot direction can be quite difficult. Okay, hopefully you enjoyed that video. Give this one a go. If this is something that you feel like you maybe struggle with, just give it a go. It's worth doing because it gives you some really good feelings. This is what, trying to change something in the swing, especially when you're on the range practicing this time of the year. Obviously, when in the UK, it's hard to get out on that golf course as much, so range time is really important to really work on the game ready for next season. And things like this will help you give you some really good sort of feelings, to work on it to then obviously take to that golf course. Okay, do comment down below, let me know your thoughts on that. Hit that subscribe button, and hopefully I'll catch up with you all very soon.